What's going on, folks? My name is Isaac Sullivan. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. Played college football in Cincinnati. I'm an actor and model now. I just played Babyface in the Bobby Brown story, and I'm about to get vulnerable.
So have you been to therapy?
No.
Would you want to go to therapy?
I don't think I need therapy. You know, I think, like, as far as seeing a therapist, you know what I mean? And that's just me being honest. You know, I know a lot of people have different opinions about therapy and things like that. From my experience, I think you've been, and I know people that have been, but for me, I didn't think it was something that I needed to go to therapy for.
Why is that?
Because I thought it was just something that I could deal with on my own. And when we have issues, we take those issues and we act certain kind of ways. We compensate for them by doing other things, you know, and things like that. So I felt like that was my therapy.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just about mental health. There was a lot of mental health issues in my family. So what that did to me was it created this acceptance, you know what I'm saying, of everybody. Because, you know, I've been places where, you know, my brother was bipolar. You know, my brother's bipolar and autistic. So I would be places with my homies and they'd be like, yo, look at dude over there. Oh, he looks stupid. Look at that head he got on. And I look over there and I'm like, hey, yo, that's my brother, G. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can't, you know, chill out, you know? And for me, it's like, so if that's my brother, then who is that? Whose brother is that?
Exactly.
Whose sister is that? You know what I mean? So when people want to laugh at people and say, oh, you know, they're unfortunate, for me, it's like there's a story behind that. You shouldn't just treat them any kind of way.
Right.
And, you know, so I take extra steps when I see people that can't get across the street or, you know, because people see me, they think it's all good. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he look good, he fly, you know, like, but nah, when I pull up with, you know what I'm saying, with the folks, you know, we got to help, you know, Auntie G, you know, such and such. So for me, I wanted to let people know that, you know, it's not cool to, you know, just look at people and judge them by the cover, you know, and it's important to just be kind to everybody and just take an extra consideration because you just don't know. That could be your family member, you know? And like I said, for me, my brother being like that, everybody else had brothers. I don't know if y'all got brothers, big brothers or whatever. This is my big brother. So I didn't have that. When people, I got my big brother's shirt on, yo, my big brother gonna come pick me up, you know? Like, I had some of that, but not a lot of that. I was the big brother. I was the big brother. I had to make sure he was good. And that's the thing, like, there was a moment where I went into the bathroom and wrote out, like, you know, why don't I have a goddamn brother?
Right.
Like, everybody got a fucking brother. They pulling up, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, damn. So I ended up creating my own brotherhoods. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a mentor now, you know, and that was because I feel like I was missing something. So I gave somebody that didn't have a brother. Now they my little brother, and, you know, and I'm trying to show them that. So that's why I believe highly in mentorship, you know, because to have that extra piece just there to help guide you, you know, means a lot. What scares me? All right. What scares me is not reaching my potential, which would be the ability to take care of my family. And that's beyond my immediate family, I mean, my extended family. The inability to, like, being failure. I'm afraid of failure. I'm afraid of not being the provider that, you know, I set out to be. Like, I consider a man to be someone that can provide, you know, and not just for yourself, for, you know, multiple people. So that is my greatest fear, because I don't have a family yet, and I want to be able to make sure that I'm the man that I imagined myself to be when I was a teenager. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What does failure look like to you?
Failure looks to me like, failure to me looks like not having, saying I don't have it. Failure to me looks like I can't help you.
Financially?
Yeah.
Or does it?
Mostly, I think in this financial world, yes. You know, I don't have it. I'm sorry, you know, and things like that. Not being able to take care of my priorities as a man, to me, is a failure. And I'm not there yet, but that's why I haven't failed yet. That's why I'm on my way to success.
Your weakness?
I'm too nice, man. You know, I'm too caring, and I think that ties into my vulnerabilities. You know, I'm too open, I'm too giving, too honest. if that sounds, but
Can you be too honest?
I think so. I think all those words kind of tie in together in a sense of like you get too involved with people. You get too involved to the point where people take you away from what you're doing.
And so, thank you for bringing that up. So how has being too nice impacted you negatively? What has been something detrimental that has happened as you being too open and too nice?
Too open, too nice. I let too many people ride my train. You know what I mean? And it ends up weighing you down. For example, college football. Love college football, man. It's nothing. Football, period. I love it. The game playing right now. I love. And I had one of my best friends, man. He wanted to do everything that, in a sense, we wanted to do everything together. Like we're buddies. We're going to go to the same college. We're going to go to the same NFL team. We're going to go everything the same. And when you have a dream and a goal, you can't always share that with other people. So what happened is when we went to the University of Cincinnati. We played there. My experience was different than his. His attitude was different than mine because of his experience versus mine. But I let his experience, which was not enjoying the moment, not enjoying the experience, being negative. The negative energy that was around me. That was the only thing I ever wanted to do. And I know you know. You know what I mean? So you just want that to be your own thing. And me personally, I felt like having other people around me that were like, man, they're not even letting us play, man. They're not even, like the coach just told you to go run a lot, man. Let's fuck this. You know what I mean? Like, and things like that started getting into my head and it influenced me. And I realized that, you can't add people on to your journey. It's your journey and you can't let people influence you. And I ended up walking away in a sense. Well, I didn't give my best effort and I ended up getting basically cut in a sense because I know I wasn't on that journey by myself. So that's just one thing that I feel like has held me back from me being so including and getting everybody else involved in my story. The thing that it did to me and the lesson that I learned from it, because a lesson, whether you learn it or not, it don't mean it's good. It just, it means like this is how I'm going to make my adjustment. So the lesson that I learned was I'm a solo artist now. Like I'm a ride solo. Like I'm not adding nobody onto this. And then what I said is I'm gonna do everything myself. I'm gonna do everything myself. I don't need nobody. And I came out to LA with that mentality of I'm gonna do everything myself. There's no sport, there's nothing in this world you can do by yourself. And it hurt me because I went from a group mentality to an individual mentality. And I couldn't get as far without anybody. I'm like, I need people. Like where is everybody? And so the lesson I learned was like, don't bring people along, but then you can't go too extreme to where you gotta have a balance. You know what I mean?
That's good. What does it mean to be a man?
Accepting responsibility. I think men get a tough. We all got it tough, but I think men get a tough drag because we can't be as vulnerable, they say, we can't cry, they say, we have to stay strong. And I think accepting responsibility is the number one thing a man stands for.
What motivates you?
My family was the first thing that came to my mind. Some places back in my past look like war zones, and I'm like, I can't believe this is where I came from. And my idea was I wanted to be able to buy my grandmother's house, because it's grandmother's houses are like the staple of the family, that stuff like that motivates. I want to be able to buy that house and rebuild it, or any staple that our family can say, we did this. We have a place we can go and be. So that's what motivates me. What's important to me is that everybody gets a fair shot. Like that's really like social injustice, things like society. I want everybody to be good type person. If I was anything, I say I'm like a socialist or something, like what's important to me is that everybody gets a fair shot. So any platform that I have, I want to have that platform for other people. I want to equal out the imbalance in this world. And I just wish that we could do it. That's what I think about a lot. It's like, why is these people doing so good and these people doing so bad? And I want to try to bring that. So growing is taking what you've learned and building on it.
There it is.
Healing is coming to terms with what has happened to you and who you are now. I think, I like to expand. I want to expand, you know, but that's